Hey guys, this is Tim. I'm going to be getting rid of this water hose holder and instead install a water hose reel. That'll be much easier to water my garden and flowers. So I'm going to be making a mount for my water hose reel. So let's get started. Okay, I purchased two 4x4 6-foot posts that I'm going to be mounting the retractable hose reel to. The hose reel mounts are 16 inches apart, so I marked the center of each of the 4x4 posts. And then I had a couple of 1x6 sidings, so I just cut those to length and about 10 inches from the top, so I can have kind of these as a back support for the retractable hose reel. So I double check my measurements before I actually screwed these boards down to the 4x4 post. Screwed those down. And then I really didn't need the entire 6 feet of the post, so I cut off about a foot. So I'll have about a foot in the ground that I'll concrete, and then have about 4 feet remaining on the top. And then I had some finials left over from modifying my fence, so I thought I'd utilize these. So I drilled a hole in the center of the tops of each 4x4 post, screwed those in place, just to add a little decorative touch. Then I dug a couple of holes about a foot deep that were close to my outside water faucet and my shed. Got those level, mounted it as close as possible to the fence, leveled those up, added concrete to each of the posts and let those dry. Then I took the same paint color as my privacy fence and stained these two posts. Hey guys, this is Tim. I recently received this water hose reel from Giraffe Tools to do a review. So let's take a closer look, put a few things together, and give it a try. Okay guys, as you can see, this is a very heavy duty industrial stainless steel, so it will not rust. It's meant to last a very long time. It came with a 5-foot leader hose already attached to a brass fitting that leads to the inside of the reel. It came with a metal crank handle. Also came with a guide system regulator that you'll attach with 2 screws, and then a bag of assorted Phillips head screws, self-tapping screws, and a steel hoop, as well as 4 expansion bolts. It came with the owner's manual. This garden hose reel can be mounted to the wall or ceiling or the floor with just 4 bolts. Okay, let's install the crank handle. You just simply slide that onto the brass shaft. You have 1 Phillips head screw. Now we'll install the guide system regulator. You just put that in place, and then you have two self-tapping screws. I previously installed two 4x4 posts to my privacy fence. So I'm using 4 1/2 to 3-inch lag screws with washers. Okay, this is easily mounted. The 4 mounting holes are 16 inches apart, and then from top to bottom about 6 inches apart. Just tighten those in place, make sure it's level. And then it does not come with a long hose. It will take a 1/2-inch hose up to 200 feet or a 5/8-inch hose up to 100 feet. I purchased a 100-foot hose. So you just slide that through the guide and up through the inner connector that goes to the leader hose. Make sure that's tight. Then on the inside, you just rotate it until you find 2 screws, and this is where you slide the steel hoop over the hose. So I'm going to pull the hose out several feet, and you can see the guide system regulator fits along that groove. It just uncoils the water hose as you pull it. This makes it so much easier than having a hose rolled up on a holder. I can water my flowers next to my garden shed, close to my raised garden beds and so forth. So it just makes it very accessible to washing off my shed ramp, flowers and so forth. So let's reel it in. I reel it in with my right hand. Overall, I think this garden hose reel is built to last with high quality stainless steel, brass fittings to minimize any type of rusting. So I'm looking forward to using that this spring and summer for my raised gardens and flowers. So I highly recommend this stainless steel garden hose reel.